Hello everybody and welcome. This is Gretchen Hidell and I am here tonight. It is our Monday night date on April 12th. I am live here on Facebook, I think. I just got a notification that I'm on live, I believe. So if you're just joining, go ahead, like and share, and post below. I love hearing your astrological sign and where you're tuning in from. So hello everybody who is watching and who is joining us tonight. Corbin, hello, welcome. He's the first one to say hi tonight. We have people here on Instagram. So whether you're watching on Facebook Live, on my astrology updates page, or on Instagram Live, or on my pre-recorded version on YouTube, and if you haven't subscribed yet to me on YouTube, go over to YouTube and type in my name. I'm the only Gretchen Hidell on the internet that I know of, which is pretty fun. And you can go ahead and like and share. Stars 10 on Instagram is the first one. Yay! To post on Instagram. That person's a Taurus from San Clemente, California. So welcome. Corbin, Scorpio, Atlanta. Yay! Welcome. Donata, I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right. Hello, welcome. Darlene, hello. Taurus, we're getting into Taurus season. I'm going to be talking a lot about that tonight. We have two Tauruses here live. Courtney, Taurus. Oh, wow, we got Tauruses coming in. Incoming Tauruses. Deborah, Virgo in Vermont. Welcome. Rita, Virgo in Colorado. Iris, hello. Aries in Vermont. Welcome. Pisces from Vermont, 4Story on Instagram. Welcome. Jane Moonwolf, Taurus. So incoming another Taurus. Wow, we got a lot of Tauruses here. Oh, Taurus finally, Capricorn baby sleeping, I see. Yeah, she's got the double earth signs over there in that house. Marianne, hey, how are you? Kate Burrell, yay, Pisces from Vermont. How are you doing, Kate? I hope you feel better. Michelle, Leo in Vermont. Jackie, Virgo, yay. We got it looks like we're having a lot of earth signs on tonight. So we have a lot to go over this week in astrology, and a lot of it has to do with transits this week. So we're going to be all transited up, okay, with the astrology of this week. Now, just to review last week, just yesterday, we had the new moon in Aries. So if you guys didn't get a chance to watch my video from last week about the new moon, make sure that you write your new moon manifestation list. We are technically 24 hours away from the new moon. I'll just say that. But if you forgot, go ahead and write it real quick tonight. Or the second chance new moon is next week. That's going to be on April 20th. Okay, next Tuesday. So I call that the second chance new moon because that's the first quarter lunar cycle, and that's a very potent, powerful time to do what we call moon magic. So if you want to do some moon magic, Michelle Lee said she did her list. Yay, that's great. That's awesome, Michelle. Corbin said, hey, it's a lot of bull. Yes, we have a lot of Tauruses. That's what he's referring to because Taurus is the bull in astrology. Oh, wow. Zelda 777, Taurus sun, Scorpio moon, Gemini rising. Hello. So, yeah, we got more Taurus energy. We got a lot of Taurus. Oh, no. Kate, okay. Mold toxicity. Can't test for Lyme until mold issue is treated. Yeah. Yep. Okay. That's yucky. So we will talk more about that. Debbie, Libra, San Francisco. Kristen, hello, Kristen. Sagittarius. We finally got a fire sister on tonight. That's great. I'm a fire sign too. So welcome, Sagittarius there. So we have a lot of energy. Now, I did talk to you guys about this particular weekend. I don't know if anybody had any stuff come up this weekend. This particular weekend, I'm talking about last weekend, was actually a really nice weekend, mostly nice in astrology, except for there was a little bit of stuff in relationship zone, but like otherwise it was pretty good. I mean, I will say, this is a nice little lesson today because we're going to be talking, and I guess it's not a great lesson, but it's a good lesson in astrology with but surrounding sort of some yucky stuff. So remember how I'm always telling you guys, it doesn't really matter, sextile, trine, that's helpful and useful. Okay, knowing how a planet is aspecting each other, if they're aspecting each other in a friendly way or in a contentious way. That's very important to know, but we always have to remember who the players are and how those players are interacting. It is very, very good to know, okay? Like, for example, yesterday we had Venus square Pluto, and then tomorrow we have Sun sextile Mars. So we got Pluto and Mars. Well, today in the middle of these two transits, there was just a big shooting in Tennessee, a school shooting. And there's been like definitely waves and rises of violence, okay, that we've been seeing. So even though the sun is going to form a positive sextile with Mars tomorrow, Venus is the goddess of love and beauty, and she's was aspecting Pluto yesterday. They were square. Those two were square. Okay, so that was a contentious aspect. But, you know, Venus is so lovely and nice, but she was playing around with the lord of the underworld, and that's Pluto. And then tomorrow Mars is the god of war, and that's contentious. So you always have to see who the players are. And I always tell people that, you know, so even if it's a positive, a trine, or a negative square, or an opposition, those are harder. You kind of know the degree of difficulty that you're playing with, but you always have to remember who we are playing with. That's the big thing. And a lot of people in classical astrology do not talk about this. In fact, I don't know any other astrologer that talks about this in this way, but because I tend to keep an eye on global sort of trends, I'm a big picture person. I tend to keep an eye on the global trends of things. I've been watching this for years, and I will tell you, all I have to say is a Pluto transit, just know there's going to be some kind of crazy like violence thing that happens. Now, is that going to be in everybody's life? No, and hopefully no. It's just that these things tend to bubble to the surface when there's these contentious sort of energies going on. And like I also explained, there's global energies, okay, and then there's individual energies. So like, for example, a person can have like a really good, positive, like amazing transits in their own personal chart, while the rest of the world is going through some hard kind of thing. And so there's like, you have to kind of remember there's like a sort of a dual perspective that kind of happens with astrology. So I just wanted to point that out because we did have some contentiousness. And some people I have calling me and they're like, oh, it's awesome right now. This weekend was so great. And I was just so relaxed and fun. And I have a whole other group of people that are like, this sucked and this was hard. So, you know, when these transits start getting activated like that, that's when this energy gets kind of mixed, okay? Because they're nice transits with hard planets, okay? So you kind of think about it in that way. So welcome everybody who joined. Sunday was the pits in relationship, Katrina said. Yep. Sunday is basically, and then Jackie said, oh yeah, you know, I know your struggles, you know. Leo, Brian Leo from Fillmore, California. Hello. Oh, thank you. He said he liked my shirt. And so, yeah, that's the thing is that this Venus thing, because Venus is the goddess of love and beauty and finances, yesterday formed that square with Pluto that can bring up stuff in relationships and in the love zone. Now, for those of you who are single, you might not have experienced anything. You might have just felt totally fine because you're not in a relationship, and that might have been good. So see how these things work that way? There's always a dual perspective. Deborah, hey. Oh, Kelly's mom. Yay. Nice to meet you. I have never met you yet in person. Welcome. Pisces. Yes. Very nice. Gloria. Hi, Gretchen, she said. Gloria is a dog mom. I'm a dog mom too. By the way, my little Lily is a year old today. Today is her birthday. If for those of you that know that I have a Boston Terrier named Lily and she's crazy, but I love her. It's the kind of dog that only a mom could love. She's little cray cray, but we love her. So let's dive in. So tomorrow, speaking of getting there, tomorrow is the sun in Aries is going to form a positive sextile to Mars in Gemini. Now I just said positive sextile. So again, that should be really nice and good, and Mars is action and, getting out there and physicality, and also can be sexuality too. Mars is a little sexy energy, except Mars is also the god of war. So we can't ever forget that Mars, has that sort of bad side to him, and he can turn on us a little bit. So that can bring up anger. You could have been feeling it today even. The peak of it, the height of it, is tomorrow on Tuesday the 13th at 7:09 p.m. Eastern time. So what is that? 4:09 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, if you're on the West Coast. So Mars is the god of war. So you need to know where Aries and Gemini are in your chart. Aries is also the sun is also in Aries, and Aries, the ruler of Aries, is Mars. So the sun in Aries is gonna basically like kind of play or hang out with Mars, that's its own ruler. So that'll be interesting. It's a little extra Marsy, if you will. That's a little, can be a little contentious. So I am an Aries myself, and I will just say I wasn't raging today, but I was a little pointy, okay. I was feeling a little fired up today over something, and it was just like I was like, why am I reacting this way? And I was looking at the calendar. I'm like, oh yeah, Mars is activated. I can always tell when Mars is activated because we get a little extra. Us Aries get a little extra, but also the rest of us, especially if you're an Aries, especially if you're a Gemini, you will feel this more. But believe me, we'll all feel it on some level, especially if you're a fire sign or especially if you're an air sign. Now on Wednesday, as we get into Wednesday, we are starting to move into Taurus season. Make no mistake, it is still Aries season. And that's a trend that started recently, like, I don't know how long ago, but it started for a while, where we're calling, instead of it being like going through a sign, it's called a season. And it's really a month long. I mean, it's just that the month is like the 21st to the 21st, the 21st to the 21st, instead of 1 to 30 in a normal month of the year. It's 21 to 21, and that basically is the start of the month. So now, I just said 21st, I said roughly around that. So on Monday, so this time next week, we're going to be head into Taurus season, okay? Because Mercury and the sun on that day, on Monday, the 19th, both on the same day move into Taurus at once. Now, we get a little head start, just a little head start, where Venus is going to move into Taurus this Wednesday on the 14th. And so it's going to be at 2:22 p.m., 2:22. So basically, it's one of those things where we're starting to get a little head first. Okay, so Taurus, okay, is the ruler of Venus is the ruler of Taurus. So this is going to be an extra strong Venus placement, okay, for the next month or so, when Venus is in its home. It's like a home sign, it's like it does really well. So Taurus is ruled by Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, and we're going to be wanting to have good, solid, stable love relationships right now, especially if you are a Taurus. You're going to be at ground zero with this energy. If any of you know what your Venus sign is, if you have a Earth Venus sign, so if you have a Venus in Virgo, Venus in Capricorn, Venus in Taurus, you will definitely be feeling this. If you have a Venus sign that's in a fixed sign, okay, so if your Venus sign is Taurus or Scorpio or Leo or Aquarius, you will be feeling this extra too, okay, and just to let you know, because that'll highlight the fixed sign. So it'll be all about love right now in Taurus. So it depends on where Taurus is in your astrological chart in order to know how this will affect you on a personal level. So, for example, Venus is actually going to be in my area of career. So, yes, it is possible I could meet a partner through my workplace, but I work from home, so I don't have a workplace that I could meet a partner. So the other sort of example is Venus is also our finances. So that could be very good for money, okay? So you have to kind of look at Venus in a dualistic sort of way. It's love and money. You can't lose on either end. Oh, okay. Jennifer, hello girl, how you doing? Said Taurus North Node is in the third house. So for Jennifer, who's asking about that, third house is the area of communications. So whispering words of love. Okay, so that could be that kind of communication sort of stuff that, you know, that writing, emailing, sexting or texting. Okay, and that's where her love zone is going to be, is in the area of words. Okay, so it depends on where, okay, Taurus is in your personal chart. Let's say you don't know. Let's say you have no idea where Taurus is in your chart. I'm going to pull one of these politicians. I got to get some other people's, if anybody has a celebrity chart you ever want me to go through, I could totally, that would be kind of fun to play with. Let's look at, well, I haven't talked about, let's do this one. Let's do Kamala Harris's chart. Okay, so she has Taurus. So Taurus is the bull, and that's the symbol for Taurus right here. She has she has Jupiter in her Taurus section. So Taurus season for her is going to start in this zone. So it just depends. Everybody's chart looks a little different, but you have to find that symbol, the bull, and then you will know. Oh, Prince Philip. Oh, that would be fun to do. Yeah, we could do Justin Bieber. That would be fun to do. Dolly Parton. Oh, these are good. These are good. I'm gonna keep that. Dolly Parton would be good too. I really like her. She's a very interesting and sweet person. I actually was looking at what's his name? Oh, Tiger Woods chart a few weeks ago when he got into the accident. In case you didn't all know, Tiger Woods was in a really bad car accident. He is a Capricorn, and Capricorn area of your chart rules over bones, knees, teeth, skeletons. So think of the bony structures of the body, and he just severely broke his leg in a very bad automobile accident. I wanted to see what was going on with his Capricorn, because he is a Capricorn, and I was kind of looking at that. Oh, a couple of people said Tom Petty. That's very interesting. Britney Spears. Oh yeah. I looked at Britney Spears' chart years ago. I don't know if this was ever talked about on the news or not, but she has a chart that's very sort of a looks like she might be bipolar. I'm not here to diagnose. I'm not qualified for that kind of a thing, but it looks like that in her chart. Britney Spears. Yes, free Britney. Yeah, that's interesting. We should look at her chart. These are great ideas. You guys are coming up with good names. I love it. So anyway, basically that's what the deal is. So where your Venus moves into, okay, into Taurus, you're going to be feeling the love, and that can even indicate where you could find love. So if you're single, so like our friend on Instagram was saying, her Taurus is in the third house. She needs to communicate, and she needs to kind of network and put herself out there. That's the third house. So if you're single and looking for love, and if you have a natal, Paul McCartney, he's another good one. We should look at some of these charts. That'd be fun. I only have these politician charts out, but just because I was like doing so much with the election. And then I kind of like showing them to you so that you can see where Taurus is or whatever, or what it looks like. Because astrology really is kind of visual, and I think that's fun. So anyway, so starting tomorrow at 2:22 p.m. Eastern time, okay, and then I think it goes all the way, it's about a month. I should have looked at that beforehand. Until the 8th, May 8th, and then it'll switch into Gemini. We're going to be in a much more solid, grounded. I have mad respect for Tauruses. When we're looking at love, Tauruses tend, now I know I'm really generalizing here, but a lot of Taurus clients that I have really have picked solid, good partners. They vet them. They don't like partners that are not going to make money, okay? Men and women both, by the way. They like partners that are solid, that are grounded, that are practical, that make good, they tend to make really good choices in love. And I don't know. I'm an Aries, so I can be impetuous. So I think I really admire that about them. And so we get a little flavor of this when the planet is there for a month. We get a little flavor of what it's like to have Venus and Taurus, and we get to see. So this is a good time to make sure that we vet people properly, right? I mean, that's part of the big thing with people with dating and relationship. When I do my dating and relationship coaching, is vetting. We have to make sure that people are vetting their partners really well. That's part of the problem, because we get like, it's like red flag, red flag, red flag, and then it's like, oh, but he or she is fine. They're so cute and they're so this and that. No. And a lot of times people will tell us right in the beginning, I am not available for a relationship. And we're like, la 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 la, and then still proceed, and it's like, no, don't do that. So that's basically what we got to do. We all got to pretend to be more like Tauruses, I think. And that's a good thing. So, oh, Mother's Day gifts. Yes, Brian, you can purchase an astrological chart through me. Absolutely. It comes with a 30 to 40 page report. So you get the wheel, copy of your wheel, but then in the interpretation, the written interpretation, and in the back, it has a little section on how to read a chart. So it's like an educational as well as personalized. It's your personal astrological transits, and for a natal birth chart, it's $39.99. So I mean, come on, it's pretty inexpensive. So if you'd like to order one, let me know, and send me a text or a direct message, and I can do that. By the way, like and share with your friends, so that they can get this good information, because I like to educate while I'm doing these broadcasts so that you guys can learn about yourself. I mean, I know a lot of astrologers kind of keep it close and guarded, the secrets, why bother? Let's just share, because I've been studying astrology my whole entire life. I still don't know every single thing there is to know about it, because it's the study of time and it's the study of the universe. I'm never going to know everything. Nobody can ever know everything about the study of time or the universe. That's impossible. So, so we can all study for forever and still know. So Savannah asked if I use whole sign or Placidus. I am a Placidus girl. I do know astrologers that love whole signs. That's just their preference. But I like Placidus, which is a style of astrological charts. So if anybody has any question about Venus in Taurus, let me know. But I'm going to move on to Thursday, which is probably one of the best days this week and the most kind of like more uncomplicated days. So the sun in Aries is going to form a sextile, positive sextile with Jupiter. Now, remember how I always say you're looking for how the two are playing with each other, okay? And that's good. Sextiles are positive. And then who are the two players? The sun. The sun is our whole general self, okay? It shines its light. And then Jupiter, good luck, good fortune, optimism, expansion. So these two get along, they're getting along well, and they're both positive. So Thursday is an amazing day. And in fact, I don't condone, this is like the disclaimer, I don't condone gambling. However, if you were to buy a lottery ticket that day, it wouldn't be a bad thing, okay? Because Jupiter can be risk, fun, games of chance and fun stuff is Jupiter. So, so if anybody wins anything, let me know. But it's going to happen around the height of it, the peak of it. If you can buy that lottery ticket around 1 p.m. Eastern time, or if you're on the West Coast again, 3 hours earlier, just adjust your time zone. 1 p.m. Eastern time is the height of it. So you want to make sure that, you plan good things. So if we're planning ahead of time, plan your stuff for Thursday, okay? Like, so if you have to make a sales pitch, if you have to do a presentation, if you want to record a video, whatever thing where you have to put yourself out there, if you want to start a business, any kind of thing. Because remember, as we get closer and closer and closer to that last week in April, that's when the planets all start, one by one by one, they're going to start going retrograde. Right now, we're in the countdown. We still have no retrograde planets. I'm going to keep saying that, at least this week and next week. And then afterwards, we're going to be in the retrogrades. Okay. And that's the only, this is the only period of time in all of 2021 that there's going to be no retrograde planets. So make the best use of this. And the first planet to go retrograde is on the 27th, and that will be Pluto, just to let you know. So you want to make sure you do stuff, and especially on Thursday. Yay, Andrea, happy birthday. Happy birthday. We got to sing Andrea happy birthday. Like her little comment on Facebook here. Hey, everybody that's joining on Instagram Live. I love this. Hi, welcome to Monday night. And so anyway, so Thursday's a good day, but we get into Friday and it goes back down again. Okay, so Friday and Saturday, they look a little cray-cray. Okay, I want to show you what Saturday looks like. Now, this is a working astrologer's calendar, so this is all of Saturday. This whole thing is Saturday. Look at this Saturday. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. Okay, just letting you know that is a lot. Like if you look at my whole calendar, that is like cray-cray. That's a lot of planets doing stuff on Saturday. A lot of it is Mercury. Okay, so Friday, we'll handle Friday first. Friday is the 16th, April 16th, 2021. The sun is going to form a square with Pluto. Okay, and Pluto is the lord of the underworld. I just talked about how Pluto is not fun. And our sun is our general self. Like if the sun dies, we all die. Okay. The sun is like the big, kind of like, where do we shine? So when I say to somebody, hey, what sign are you? You're telling me what your sun sign is, your birthday sign. Okay. That's the sun. The sun is in Aries forming a square with Pluto in Capricorn. The peak of it is 9:30 a.m. So here's the only thing. There might be bleed through from this on Thursday night, especially. So be careful on Thursday night that we don't get into power struggles, because Pluto is power struggles, okay? And that's why Pluto, there's shootings, there can be terrorist attacks, there's nuclear kind of talks and yucky stuff. Pluto can be dark. We can have dark thoughts. So like I always say with Pluto, like if you're already on the edge and you're teetering, Pluto tips people over. That's why we see the wave of violence or the wave of kind of crazy things happening when Pluto's active, because if you're already teetering on that edge, it makes it worse. Now, if you're just kind of being regular and doing your own thing, you just might feel a little more intense. That's all. Okay? But Pluto has that propensity for darkness, can be jealous, can be possessive and obsessive and la 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 la. So that is a thing, that's a thing. Michelle Lee said, what do you mean by make best use? I don't know what you mean by that. Okay. So I'm not sure I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that, but when I was talking about, the positive transit. So when there's positive transits, when I say make best use of those days, that's not the day to hermit and be alone and not do anything. That's not that day. Okay. Making best use of a transit is if you have to do a presentation, if you have to get out there, if you want to make a sales pitch, if you want to sign up for something new, okay, sign up for a course or some kind of thing, that's when you make the best use of that time, okay? That's when you do the big, bold moves, okay? Not like playing it small. Play it big, okay? That's when you do that. Now, the other days where I talk about sort of more negative transits, those are the days to kind of go, all right, I'm sitting back. I'm going to just chill. I'm not going to go and make the big, bold, okay, the sun, sun square Pluto on Friday. I'm going to not get involved in office politics and have a confrontation with my boss that day, because it's going to go bad. It's going to go south, okay? People will misconstrue what you're going to say, or they'll, it's kind of those types of days. So when things are flowing and positive, that's when you want to make those big, great strides in life. Okay, but when it's in a more negative thing, you want to like kind of sit back and go, not my circus, not my monkeys. I'm not doing this, okay? Because I always say people can't fight with themselves, all right? They only can fight if they have someone to like with. So Friday we want to sort of take a step back. And Monica said, I was talking about making best use of time before retrogrades begin. Yeah, because when retrogrades are here, okay, retrogrades present complication. They present lessons. It presents reviewing, and reevaluating and reviewing. That's all the retrogrades. So you want to do stuff before things are retrograde, before you have to redo things 100 times, when the energy is more flowing, okay? So I hope that answers your question, Michelle. Yes, so anyway, so that's Friday, but Saturday is that kind of crazy day. Now we'll feel this, we might feel this starting Thursday night, Friday, definitely Saturday. So Saturday is a big, huge mixed bag. So we have Mars forming a trine with Jupiter. Remember, whatever touches Jupiter gets bigger. And Mars is the god of war. It's only going to happen twice. Now, there is a positive spin to this. It's not totally bad, okay? There's a positive spin to this. Mars is action. Mars is physicality. Mars is sexuality. Okay, so if you want to make those things bigger, okay, go. That's the good time to. But remember, we could end up killing an ant with a sledgehammer on Saturday, because Mars is going to get bigger feeling with all of this Jupiter stuff. So Jupiter is good luck, good fortune, optimism, expansion, and it makes whatever it touches bigger. So we might be feeling extra. And so if you're normally shy, normally quiet, and you can't really speak from the heart, and you can't really express yourself, these planetary transits actually are very positive for you. If you are kind of boisterous and loud and expressive and emotive, this is going to be too much for you. And those around you, it might be too much. So you might want to go, this is not, by the way, static energy. This is energy that you got to be active, okay? So moving, going for walks, biking, skiing, hiking, wrestling, whatever thing it is you're into doing, okay? But this is the time to burn off excess energy. This is not the time to just sit and meditate, because this will be too, I think the energy is too active here. Because not only is Mars going to form a trine with Jupiter on that day, on the 17th, and that happens at 1:14 a.m. Eastern time, so technically it'll start on Friday. And again, Mars is the god of war, and then we got that Sun square Pluto thing. So we could say too much, do too much, be too in the thing. So I tell people in these times, sit back a little bit. Count to 10. This is one of those prime times. You want to count to 10 before you respond. Because here's the other part of it. By the way, this Mars trine Jupiter thing is only going to happen twice this year. Once now and once on February, I'm sorry, I keep saying the wrong date, April 17th, and then also October 18th, twice this year. Next year, it will not happen. Mars will not form a trine with Jupiter next year. So we have this one 2 times this year, and then not again until 2023, just to let you know. So yes, be active, be proactive. This is a good time for action, okay? Not sitting around. It's active energy. You just want to make sure you're not being too much, overcommitting, over-promising, not saying no, because here's the other thing. Saturday, we are not going to be able to keep our mouth shut. It's going to be really hard to keep our mouth shut, because Mercury in Aries is going to form a sextile with Jupiter. I just said whatever gets big gets bigger. Our mouths are going to be big. Mercury is going to form a trine with Mars, the god of war, okay? And then Mercury is going to form a square with Pluto, all in the same day, okay? Mercury is going to form a sextile with Jupiter at 12 noon. Mercury is going to form a sextile with Mars at 3:09 p.m. Eastern time. and then Mercury's going to form a square with Pluto at almost 6 p.m. This is all on Saturday on the 17th. We can't keep our mouths shut. Oh my goodness. Savannah said, I'm sitting back and watching, just sipping the tea. That's exactly right. People are going to overshare, overpromise, like just be too much, and it's going to be blah, 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 blah. Now, yes, pardon the pun, we could have diarrhea of the mouth for sure. Okay. That's an old saying, but it's kind of funny. We're just going to want to keep, talking. People are going to want to talk. Nobody's going to want to listen. Okay. It's going to be, but yet I don't know how we're going to help ourselves because it's going to be a little hard. So we're going to want to have relationship talks. We're going to want to have talks with friends. The best use of this energy in a lot of ways would be writing, because if you can write your words on the paper and pour it out, okay, you're not just gonna be too much with the oration, okay? We're gonna be really like wound up. Bridget on Instagram said, so I'm just not gonna take anything personally. That is that's a good way of saying it. Don't take it personal. People are just going to be oversharing, over pontificating and all that. So that's going to happen on Saturday, the 17th. That's April 17th, all in one day. And of course it'll spill over. It will spill over into the next day when the sun forms a conjunction with Mercury. It's all going to be Mercury. So I'm going to get a lot of texts and calls. Gretchen, what the heck is it, Mercury retrograde? Because whenever Mercury is this active, it feels a little retrograde-y. I just made that up. I made up the word retrograde-y. But it will. It'll feel a little retrograde-y, okay? So stuff might break down, okay? Glitches with computers, with cars, with cell phones, with data. So make sure you're sending the right text to the right person, the right email to the right person, because then all of a sudden you could send like a nasty email about your boss, and you think you're sending it to your coworker and it actually goes to your boss. It's that kind of weekend. So we want to be cautious. And I promised you all last week that I was going to be better about being mindful of this, and I kind of already forgot, but I'm going back to it. Also, in the middle of that, the moon's going to be in Gemini, which is Mercury. It's ruled by Mercury. So the moon cycles go like this. Today, the moon went into Taurus. Tomorrow, it'll be in Taurus. On the 14th, Wednesday, it'll be in Taurus. And then overnight on the 15th at 2:35 a.m., it turns into Gemini. So for 3 days, first 3 days this week, it'll be in Taurus, the moon, and we'll be feeling those Taurus vibes, the beauty, the sensuality ruled by Venus. But then we go into a mercurial moon when the moon on the 15th, 16th, and 17th, okay, is in Gemini. Now, on the 17th, again, I don't know how I'm going to even write that post for the day because there's just so much energy. But on the 17th, at 3:25 p.m. Eastern Time, the moon is going to switch into Cancer. So it'll be in Cancer 17th, 18th, and 19th. Okay, so we have 3 signs that the moon is in this week for the sake of the broadcast. So it is Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, and that is the thing. Jenny Lee, yes. I was thinking I was gonna end up all right, Kate meet Jenny, Jenny meet Kate. You guys, I was actually going to, when I was off the broadcast, ask you if I could introduce the two of you, and you found each other, so perfect. Job done. On Facebook here, Jenny and Kate are hooking up about mold toxicity. The person that I know is a mold expert is Jen, so she can help you, Kate, okay? Marianne said, Sunday's your birthday. Yes, just eat cake, girl. That's exactly the deal. Eat some cake. That's right. So if anybody has any questions, let me know about any of this stuff. And I'm not done yet. So the 18th, like I said, is the conjunction between the Sun and Mercury. That is going to take place in the final hooray in Aries. And then the next day, on the Monday, which I will be here next Monday night talking to you all about Taurus. Mercury and the Sun will move into Taurus simultaneously, and then we'll be officially starting Taurus season. The official start of Taurus season is when the Sun moves into Taurus. So that'll be next Monday night. But for now, we still have one more week in Aries season, and we're going out with a kick, bang, and a punch. Jeez, with all this mercurial stuff. So use your words wisely, okay? And here's the other thing. If people are too much for you, let's say you all heard me, right? You all listened to, and you said, oh, I listened to Gretchen's Monday Night Forecast, and she said, try to zip it as much as possible. But I'm with somebody who didn't watch the broadcast, and they're just blah, 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 blah. Be patient. Try to be patient with them, okay? And they might say things they don't mean. They just might be talking to talk, okay? To hear their own voice. And so we'll have to have patience. Now, if you're a singer, if you're a teacher, if you're a poet or a writer, this is awesome sauce for you guys. A songwriter, a novel writer, okay? Any kind of writing. If you have a writing, this is going to be the weekend for you. Write. Get your pen, paper, typewriter, whatever thing you use, and write. And that will be all very good for you. If you have to give a speech or put yourself out there and have a talk with somebody, you could do it. It's just remember that there's silence, that there's such a thing as pausing, okay? Let the other person respond. Don't just listen to respond. Actually listen to listen. So it's one of those things. Oh, Colette, I'm so sorry. Your grandmother's funeral will be on Saturday, and I will write and read the eulogy. Yes, well, actually, that's actually great. That's actually great. And Lynn just said, I'm working on my first novel. Badass. That's badass, girl. So yeah, if you guys are doing stuff like that, I mean, Colette, first of all, I'm so sorry. I think I'm feeling this already. I'm mispronouncing my words and stuff. First of all, I'm sorry, Colette, about your grandma. My heart goes out to you, during that time. But speaking the eulogy, you'll be able to speak from your heart. And that will be really good for you. Okay. And good to connect with your family and your, I don't want to say audience, but people who are there attending. Oh no, July, I had a dream about you last night again. I don't know why I dream about you so much, you and Jesse. Okay, so July is putting in a request, and every I don't know if you guys noticed, but every Monday night I try to really acknowledge and honor people that need help. Because I am a big believer. I know a lot of Reiki masters and Reiki practitioners are on the broadcast listening, and as well as just prayer and positive energy. So July on Instagram just asked if everybody could pray for her father. I believe he's in Oregon. He needs healing and needs it fast. I know he has had a lot of health problems. So if we could send July's father some good love and prayers, and I hope that he has some peace and he's okay. But so if everybody could send July prayers, that would be great. Yes, I'm sorry. That's interesting. I had a feeling you were gonna. I don't know why. I always dream about you right before we connect or talk, or if I run into you. I run into July more than any other person. It's so funny how I always run into you. But yeah. So if we could send her some lots of love and light and prayers for her father. If you don't mind sharing his first name, that is helpful. And I think he is. I know he's on the West Coast. I think he's in Oregon. All right, so people are coming in with the prayers. Lynn, Jane Moon Wolf, Monica, Jocelyn. So yeah, people are giving prayers for July's father. Yeah, so if anybody has any questions about that, if not, I'm going to move into the portion of the night where we talk about pulling some cards and taking some questions. Kristen sending Reiki love and light to your father, July. Deborah, prayers. So if there's anything I can say to you guys is there's going to be just a lot of talking, speaking, orating activity. It might feel a little Mercury retrograde-ish, but we do have just a little slide of Mars and a little hint of Pluto lurking around this. So it's almost like we just have to kind of stay centered and grounded if at all possible, and know that that, you know, we just, things can, it's almost like we're all carrying around cans of gasoline, and we don't want to spill it on any fires that are already existing, because it's gonna make it a little bigger. So Mercury is still in Aries, and then Pluto is in Capricorn, and Mars is in Gemini. So if you are one of those three signs, you will totally be feeling this more. Or if you are a cardinal sign, so that is Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn. Or if you are a mutable sign, so Gemini, Sagittarius, and Virgo, Pisces, you will be feeling that. Okay, July's father's name is Ralph, and he lives in Washington State. So if we could send him peace, love, and light, and healing prayers and energy to Ralph, and that his highest and truest best good, and his connection to healing, love, and light, Archangel Raphael. And also I am a lover of Padre Pio and working with him and his healing capability. So yeah. Okay, Tammy. Tammy's the first one to pose a question. Any chance I can tell her about her love life? Sure. Let's go there. Let's do this. Tammy, I'm being called. New love, ask anything, question mark, question mark. All right, looking at Tammy. Hi, Tammy. Hope that we can talk to you about, I almost said X, but let me look. What does Tammy need to know about her love life? And please make sure you guys share the post, because that's what helps it to go out into more circulation and people can see. I started doing this publicly, like on my Facebook page, so that more people could see it. So make sure you do remember to share it, because it does help. Okay, so let's do Tammy. What does she need to know about her? Ooh, girl. Did you just have a breakup recently, Tammy? Because you are definitely getting the breakup card here. This is the breakup card, and that's the first card. So it means if it's still showing up in your energy, the breakup, that you might not be totally over this person. Just saying. And this person doesn't feel like they're totally gone from your energy, Tammy. So if you can see, she's walking out the door and he's walking this way, and even if it doesn't matter if it's gay, lesbian relationship, it's the breakup card. That's how it's personified. So Tammy, this is coming out as your very first card, which means that is still in the energy. He's still around. There's a card of awakening. That can mean a new person, but I feel the ex person in your energy, just letting you know. So what does Tammy need to know then about her future? Please, this is what I always say, and I like to talk about this. An ex is an ex for a reason. I've been a person that likes exes. Exes tend to come back. Okay. But here's the thing. Exes are exes for a reason. And in dating and relationship coaching, what I would say is, what changed? Okay. That's what I always tell people. Sure, you can entertain an ex, but what changed? How are things different? That's the big thing, because a lot of times exes come back and they're exactly the same, and then it's all the same stuff. You kind of can't trust this person, because I do feel, Tammy, this ex person, I feel like you can't trust them, because they're coming up with cards, and I can't show this card on television, but this is a lady. Okay, this is Venus, and then this is like, you can't trust this person. Okay, and then you get anxiety around them. So I want you to work on releasing that person from your energy and letting them go, because sometimes keeping an ex like in your thoughts, or just thinking about them a lot or whatever, it kind of keeps them hooked, and you're hooked into them. I'm going to tell you, they're still around, and I don't know why, but I'm getting the name Ed. something like that. Sometimes it's Fred, sometimes the last name is Edwards or some kind of thing, but there's like some kind of connection there to Ed, Ted, or some kind of thing. I don't know, but there's like, it's phonetically it sounds like Ed, but I'm not sure. I don't always know every single name because some names are sort of like very unusual and I don't understand what the name is, but I just want to let you know that there's that person. I would skip over it when he comes back. I'd skip over him personally. I can't tell you what to do, but there's weird cards coming on around him that I don't think you can totally trust him. Okay, just letting you know. Yeah, okay, well that could be a new person then, Tammy, if you don't know any Eds. That could be a totally new person. So just to let you know, because I don't feel like there's this fun saying that you can't drive the car the whole time looking in the rear view mirror, meaning that you gotta go forward in life. Yeah. All right. She just said he's a narcissist. That's what I'm trying. I'm not clinically able to diagnose anybody, obviously, but this person does not have good cards around them. You can't trust them. And I think he'll lie to you if he tries to come back. So delete. So I would try to move on to a new person. And I do think that there is a new person that's around, and it feels kind of like they're coming pretty quickly. You just have a time period where I feel like you have to just wait and be patient for a little bit. It's not going to be forever, okay? I'm getting a hit like in the summer. You might meet somebody, I don't know, at a barbecue or some kind of thing. I don't know. It feels like it might July or it might even be August. So it's not that far. You're just going to be, I think you just need to connect with you again. Okay. And just, okay, do that. Maria. Well, Maria, that's a really complex, you're talking about like a major, your immune system's freaking out, Maria. I would love to talk to you about that further. That is a big complicated thing, and I feel like I would need to do a one-on-one session with you. But I feel like your immune system is, yeah, you're getting like, you got a lot of markers of stuff. You got female issues. I don't know if you have endometriosis or some kind of a thing. You have autoimmune stuff. I'm almost feeling like a fibromyalgia sort of feeling. Oh boy. I'm seeing the color yellow. I'll just say this, okay? Maria, this is for Maria. Carpe diem. I like that. I'm pretty sure that's probably not your real last name, but I like that. I like that. I'm seeing the color yellow, which to me is fibromyalgia. That can be Lyme disease. That can be Epstein-Barr. Okay, like the color yellow sort of is a category of things. So, and I don't know why when I see those things, I see the color yellow, but that's just my symbol for that sort of stuff. And so I want you to really, maybe work with, I don't know, a naturopathic doctor or something. You need a lot more like sort of testing. But what I feel like is like, I feel like you're going to the doctor and it's like, well, I have this one thing and then I have this one thing. And it's like somebody needs to connect all of it together because it's a system of things. Okay, just letting you know. They're all kind of related to each other. Autoimmune, Lyme, some kind of a thing is going on there where they're all connected. So I hope that helps, Miss Carpe Diem. And yes, live for the day, seize the day. I love that. So anybody else have any questions? Or if not, hasn't been as many people on tonight. You're all quiet for Aries season. You're all quiet. Oh, I know Dr. Green. I used to work in the same office as him. He used to be in the same office that I was in, Kate. I know him very well. Okay. Jackie asked, are there good days to get vaccinated in the next few weeks? Hey, Gretchen. Jane Moon Wolf. Any extra? Okay, now we're getting, everybody's asking questions. I can't answer all those. Okay. So let's look at days of vaccinations because a lot of people are asking about vaccines. I just would stay, I guess the one day I would stay away from, and this is what everybody does to me, okay? I'll say, don't do it this day. And then I'll have like 10 people text me, but my appointment's that day. And I'm like, I know, I'm sorry. So that's where you have to know your body. You have to make your life choices. Like if you live with 100 people in your house and you're at great risk and you have like bad health problems, you might want to just go ahead and do it on that day that I say not to do it. Okay. I'm just going to put that out there. I would say most of the days this week are good, except for, Friday and Saturday. Saturday is too complicated. It's just too much. And Friday is that Sun square Pluto thing. Other than that, I would say you're looking at most of the days this week are pretty good days for vaccines. Actually, believe it or not, the 14th is kind of one of the most, Wednesday, the 14th is pretty much one of the most quieter days. So that's a good day to do it. But I would say listen to yourself, listen to your own body, and just, you know, kind of take it from there. Know that, that you have to, that you have to make good life choices for yourself. And I can't tell you what to do when it comes to that. But vaccine days, I would say, if at all possible, to not do Friday or Saturday. Yeah. I'm just, and I keep talking about this, but the last week of this month, it doesn't look great, most of the week. So, I know that a lot of people, you can only, you know, get your times when you can get your times and all of that stuff. So, you know, I don't want to tell you not to do something and then, you know, you're at risk. So, but I'll just say those days are better. And, you know, even when I got vaccinated last Wednesday and Friday of last week, Mars squared Neptune, and it was a very hard day astrologically. Now, I was vaccinated Wednesday. I had no problem Wednesday. I got a little tired on Thursday. I felt like absolute crap on Friday. And I might have felt like crap anyway because Mars was square Neptune. Neptune is never good for physical stuff. So on Friday I was like, oh, like it was like 2 days later. Here I didn't feel good, but it was already like kind of in the works. So if that makes sense. So the day of I was fine. Next day I was fine but tired. And then Friday it was like boom and it hit me. So, and I just got really tired that day. And some of you know I have a little heart thing and it kind of acted up on Friday. So, but it wasn't good for a day. It wasn't a good day anyway for physicality was that day. So that's kind of how you have to look at it. So even though you might not be getting vaccinated on Friday, let's say you get vaccinated on Wednesday of this week, and you still might not feel good on Friday because Friday is that Pluto thing. So yeah. Okay. So, I hope that helps. Oh, nice. Kirsten said, you were right about today being a good day for your shot. The clinic was decorated for a Hawaiian luau and the staff was in leis and music. Oh, and it felt good. That's awesome. Yeah. Today was a good time. Okay. So somebody else asked me, okay. Jane, I'm going to pull one card for you, girl. Oh, that's a great, Gretchen asked a suggestion for any crystals getting us through vaccination. I'm so glad you brought that up. I'm going to answer that, and then I'll answer Jane's, and then we're going to pull a collective card, so make sure you stay to the end of what we can expect. I personally wore lapis on the day I got my vaccine, and the next 2 days where I didn't feel so great, I wore amber. Okay, so amber is lapis. I always give people in my personal life that I love, if they have a surgery or something, I give them the gift usually of lapis. Wendy, I don't know if Wendy's on the broadcast tonight, but Wendy Martin made me a lapis necklace, was so sweet, and mailed it to me. And so I wore lapis on the day of the vaccine because lapis is very good for like emergency kind of stuff. And then the next 2 days, amber is healing. I wore a Baltic amber necklace all day for 2 days because that's gentle healing and gentle. And I also got acupuncture the week before, and then today actually I got acupuncture to support myself energetically around the vaccine too, which is something else that I wanted to do for myself, because I have found that acupuncture has really helped my body over the years, and so I found it to be very supportive. And so I did get acupuncture for those days, and I actually have an underlying autoimmune thing, so I just ate very clean for the week before, and now after the vaccine I'm eating very cleanly and just taking very good care of myself, sleeping enough, drinking enough. I drank a lot of coconut water on the day of the vaccine so I could flush my body, and the next day I drank a lot of water so I could just, you know, do all that good stuff. So I'm sharing with you what I did because maybe it makes sense for you, maybe it doesn't. If it resonates, great. But I want to give you guys ideas so that you can play with it, not just go in there, but really, okay, you know, embracing the vaccine and supporting yourself in a holistic way, because then all of it helps. Oh, and I came home, by the way, and I worked my arm. They tell you the minute you get that vaccine, you work that arm. In the Army, if you get vaccines, boom, 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 because they give you a bunch of shots once when you're in the Army, they make you do push-ups after. So the more you work your arms, scientifically, the nurse even told me, I've read it online, so it's not just a wives' tale, work your arm. Everybody else was just sitting there on their phone, and I was sitting there, I'm doing like arm circles and calisthenics in my chair. And then when I came home, I slathered it with arnica and cream and CBD cream. Okay, so I didn't really have, that night my arm was just a little sore. I put the 10 minutes of ice on it before I went to bed. Woke up the next day and I had like a dot of pain. Like if you just poked that one spot, there was pain from the vaccine. And then after that, nothing. It was totally gone. So my arm was totally fine. So just so you know, I that was my regimen I did for my arm, and I was like A-okay with my arm. The big thing for me was I just felt super tired. I felt like somebody gave me a Valium or something. It was weird. But other than that, I was fine. I didn't have anything else. I didn't get like a fever or nothing. I just took really good care of myself. Okay, Jane Moon Wolf, I started pulling a card for you, and it literally disappeared. So I can't use that deck for you because the card's gone, and I don't know where it went. Oh, here it is. It's under my chair. Jane, you get the Hermit card, girl. Jane is getting the Hermit card. So basically, Jane, it means that not much is going on right now in your case, I have the feeling. However, it's almost like the quiet. I feel like there's a quiet. I don't want to say quiet before the storm because storm doesn't feel quite right to say, but it feels like it's just like this. Kristen said lemon and ginger tea is soothing. Well, I put ginger in my smoothie every day, so I got ginger in me as well. So yes, you are right. Okay. Jane Moonwolf, what do we need? What is the best thing? What is her angels, guides, and ancestors want her to know about the next step in the legal court system? Share your art with the world, which is interesting. Share your art with the world. Okay? I don't want you to be shy and hold back. It's time to allow others to enjoy your creative work. Now, obviously that's about creativity, but I feel like it's time for you to kind of open up yourself and let people in. I really do feel that there's going to be something, Jane, that you do. Are you thinking of writing a book about this? I didn't pick up on this before with you, but all of a sudden, I'm feeling like you writing something, or I don't know if you're going to tell your story in an autobiographical thing, or if it's going to be more of a textbook thing. So Jane, I don't know if you're still on, but I feel like all of this is going to help you be able to kind of share, okay, and get this out there, because by you sharing, it's going to end up helping to heal you, okay, Jane. So I hope that helps. And also, Jane. So she said, I have started a book to my daughter for the future. Oh, you started it last year. What, did you stop? What happened? I feel like next steps. I feel like next steps with legal stuff. I don't know why, but I feel like you're gonna have to file another paper or something, and I can always talk to you after the time. So I don't know if that helps you, but I feel like as if you're going to end up having to spend some more money and time and effort on this legal case. You're getting the money. This is love, money, creativity, but really it's money. So I kind of feel like as if with you might have to file more papers or another motion or something. It's not going to be tomorrow though. I feel like you are going through like a lull sort of period. So, and you're almost like a lot of trauma when you have a lot of trauma in your life, you kind of always are waiting for that another shoe to drop, and you're like, oh my God, when's it gonna go bad again? I want you to kind of take this moment, because this is a moment of peace, and not spend the moment of peace in anticipation for what could go wrong. I want you to kind of just sort of be in the peace. Okay, you got the hermit. The hermit card literally flew out. So we always have to honor those cards. Okay, so it's just quiet, and that's good. Enjoy the quiet and create. Okay, create. The next step will be here as soon as soon. All right, yeah. Dr. Green is in Vermont, in Burlington, Vermont. He is a naturopathic doctor. I haven't talked to him in a really long time. He's very knowledgeable. Okay. I hope that helps. Jane Moo said, yeah, things have been quiet. Yeah, just enjoy. That's what your angels are saying. Enjoy the quiet. Hey, I like that. Okay, because next weekend's going to be busy. Yes, please write it, Jane. Please write it. Okay, so for all of you that were so nice and wonderful and sweet tonight and kind to me, I want to pull a card, one card for everybody, a collective card, okay, so that we'll all know what to expect this week. What do the angels, saints, and ancestors and other guardians want us to know, okay, about the energy of this coming week? What's the best thing for us to know about the energy coming? Motivation. And boy, this goes right along with that Mars, all that Mars stuff I was saying. This is the time. Move, hustle. Okay, motivation. Pray for the guidance as to how to increase your enthusiasm for and focus on this project, whatever the project is, whatever thing it is you're doing in your life, whether you're creating art, whether you're going through a divorce, whether you're cleaning your house, whatever thing it is that you want to do. Again, now is the time. No planets are retrograde. And we do have a lot of stirring activity with this Mars stuff. A lot of it is stirring up the energy. And so remember, Mars is our action and our motivation. Where is Mars in your personal chart? And you will find your drive and how you do your drive and your ambition, your motivation. And that is what Mars is about. So Mars is going to be active. And also Mercury is quite active too. So Mars and Mercury are both very active. That's why I was saying, like, you might want to go for a walk or bicycle or run or some kind of, movement. Rake those leaves, do spring cleaning, that's all this Mars energy. Remember, Aries and Mars, they're BFFs. So I hope that helps with everybody. Okay, I'm sending you all lots of love, lots of healing energy to Ralph in Washington State, and to everybody else that were asking about some good health issue stuff, and we're getting vaccinated or not, and whatever you end up doing, we want to send lots of good healing love and light. So if you guys want a personalized astrological chart or personalized astrological session, please feel free to either send me a direct text. My cell phone is written down pretty much on everything, or you can send me a DM, and thank you so much. So I hope everything helps. All right, everybody. I do this to help. Peace, love, and light. And if you can, please go over to YouTube. That really helps me. If you go to YouTube and subscribe to my channel, and you'll get updates and notifications. So, and I will be posting additional content that will not be anywhere else but YouTube. So make sure that you stay in the loop. Okay, everybody. Peace, love, light, and happiness. Many blessings to all. Good night.